guys, it's 21 Maxwell here, and welcome to the next edition of the Parfect Journey, where we are Dunfermline and we're now a championship side. And as you can see there from the league championship, we have got Rangers to contend with, and we also have the likes of Inverness and Kilmarnock, who were both relegated, the likes of Motherwell and Hamilton Academicals. Both the teams I predicted would probably go down ended up with great runs of form at the end of the season, and both survived, with Cali finishing bottom and Kilmarnock being relegated via a penalty shootout in the playoffs. I sat and watched the game, and it was St Mirren who toppled them and Rangers both in the playoffs. Now, we've changed a lot. As you see, I played my first two cup games, not great results, but we're learning a new system. We've got a lot of new players. I think we'll go through the new signings first before we go over the two matches, and then we'll have a live play the first game of the season against Alloa. So who have we brought in? As you can see there, we're trying to bring in Cameron Borthwick-Jackson from Manchester United, Dan Crowley from Arsenal, and also from Manchester United, Axel Tuanzebe, to go with the other 9 million signings that have already come in. Now, just looking at the outs there, we've already got rid of the likes of Ryan Wallace, Callum Fordyce, Sean Bryan, Sean Rooney, Josh Falkingham, Mikel Anton Curia, Joe Cardle, David Hutton, Sean Murdoch, Michael Payton, Michael Moffat, David Hopkirk, Cammy Gill, Cammy McClare, and Jordan Aru. A lot of that was the first team of last year, and I felt like if we were going to step forward this year into a new division, we really had to make sure we were going to the next level. We were bringing in as many good players that could get us promoted, and maybe not this season due to the teams we've got to compete with, but at least next season. So start off, Wes Fletcher in for a free transfer from Motherwell. Striker, nothing overly stands out about him. He has a lot of stats that you would say are maybe 10s and 11s. I feel like if we can get him to develop a little bit, he could be either a good first choice striker or someone who comes back in. He's probably going to play the deep line forward as we try out our new 3-4-1-2 formation. Joining him, fellow Motherwell player Craig Moore. Maybe lacks a little bit of finishing, but he is only 21, so a lot of room to improve. Good pace, decent strength I think for his age, good work ethic as well with 16 at work rate. And I feel like if he can develop, hopefully he can come on and have a good career. Scored 14 goals in 29 air last season, scored against us, so I felt why not give him an opportunity. Next up was Ben Gordon coming in from Livingston. Basically can tackle, can head, can mark. Mentals are pretty decent, is going to be very slow physically, but he's someone to bring a good bit of experience. Talking of experience, Darren Barr, former Scotland cap, former SPL player. He's currently out with a hip injury for 2 months, so I think he'll be more cover. I think he's just going to be an experienced centre-half that will play every so often when he's away for injuries, but he'll do a job, and as I say, probably one that's going to be cover. Also interestingly, of our new contracts, only 3 players are over £1,000 a week. We're given double our wage budget for last year. Last year we had 15k, this year we've got 32, and we're still spending nowhere near it. Next up was Michael Doyle coming in from Alloa, basically covering at right back and centre back, depending if we do switch back to a back 4. He can tackle, he can mark, he can run. That's pretty much the reason he's in. Good work ethic as well. He's someone really just a stopgap as a backup player at this level. Lewis Kidd is coming from Queen of the South, again only 21, the former Celtic player. Brought in again for his versatility. You may look at him and go, not the greatest in the world, but again, once those 10s and 9s and 8s improve a little bit, I think you've got to make a good player here maybe in 2-3 years. Again, he's going to be in a rotational option, but hopefully, he's been good in real life for Queen of the South. Played a lot for them last season, hopefully you can see the same progression. Alan Martin is in on loan from Hamilton. He's going to be third choice goalkeeper, literally because 2 other good goalkeepers have been brought in. Chris Higgins, another former Motherwell youth player, comes in from Queen of the South, I believe. Previously played at Dunfermline. Again, just a good bit of experience at the back. Can tackle, can mark, can head. A couple of good mentals and a couple of good physicals as well. And I think he's someone that can tutor some of the younger players we've got coming through as well. Our first goalkeeper in is Mark McCallum. We actually had signed Ripley in a pre-contract before this, but Mark McCallum came available. It rated him as high as potential to being a 4.5-star keeper. So I felt like let's have 2 really good ones, and we decided to go with him. What a good stats there. I think he can only get better. He's 23. And of course, as previously mentioned, in from Middlesbrough, former Motherwell loanee in game, Connor Ripley. 1.4k a week, so there's a good bit of wage on him, but again, 23, he's someone that can get better and better and can develop and as seen by the coach report, has big potential as well. So a decent player for most Ladbrokes Premiership sides, and this guy is going to be playing for us in the Championship. Ben Hall came in also from Motherwell. Doesn't look too great, but it was highly rated with his potential. So he's been put in under 20s. He's going to develop under the tutelage of Chris Higgins, and you can see there 3.5 star, potential to be 4.5 star. I think it's a good one. Maybe try and loan him out as well, get him some experience. Isaac Osborne came in, basically to play the ball-winning midfielder role. Does the job, his former SPL experience playing at St Mirren, playing at Aberdeen and Partick Thistle as well. Should do a job in the second tier of Scottish football. Harry Chapman came in. Again, you look at him and go, not the greatest, but this guy is another one where I feel like it's a development loan. So it's a player we can bring in, try and really the way I look at it is just really try and get in his good books, try and get him as a favoured personnel because he has so much potential in this game. Like when I signed him at Motherwell last year, I had him on one side and Vlaclav Cherny on another side. Both were 23, hadn't reached any potential, and they flourished under me. So if we can get him near that potential, maybe to sign him when his contract's up at Middlesbrough, he could be one that could take us to that next level. Plus, he's nippy, good bit of acceleration, can dribble. We'll see. A lot of progress to be made though. Stephen Dobie joined. Literally just an experienced hand. It's also going to be an under 20s manager. Small wage. Don't think you've got much to lose having Stephen Dobie in. Good experienced head to have. Then we got a couple of loans in. We got Luke Maxwell in from Birmingham. Versatile, can play in the centre. We need a bit of depth in the middle of the park, I felt. Can also cover as a DM and on the left. Especially with the 3 and the 4 across the middle as well. It can really benefit us in there. So it's just because of the system, which I'll show you. You'll see why this kind of player probably helps us. George Byers comes in from Watford. Looks a bit like a girl, but he's in anyway. Come in, spray passes, and hopefully have a good career here and then move back to Watford. I never know, might be a long-term prospect here, but it's capped at under 19 level. Just needs to get that hair sorted. Next up, Pau de la Fuente, I want to say. Now this one was a very lucky one. I feel like there's great potential here. He does go into under 20s, but he was one of those ones that was recommended by an agent. And once we've seen what he was capable of, we felt like one that could develop into a good player. But in Inter Milan's your previous club, you've got a bit of potential about you. Then Joe Thompson returned as a loanee. Can play left, can play right, just works for our system, so he's back. And we brought in Ross McLean from Motherwell. Again, a lot of good physical stats. Maybe needs a bit more development technically. A couple of good mentals, but again, somebody to offer us a bit of depth in the team. It's really just in case we change system, that's why we've got such a big squad. Ricardo Calder again, technically not the greatest, but he can obviously progress. Same way the mentals. Physically, I think there's potential there. Again, he covers as that left player that can play left mid, central midfield, and potentially go left back, should we go a back 4 again. Donald McDermott was one that was brought up in the last minute. I remember seeing him years ago when he was a Man City youth player, signed him for Motherwell, one of my many Motherwell saves over the years. It seems like he's never really progressed anywhere, so we'll give him a good chance here. Playing the right hand side, as I say, hopefully we can maybe have a good season or two out of him. Comes to worse, let him go. But he's in a big wage, so we're expecting a couple of things from him. And finally, recommended again by an agent, brought in Maurizio Chiara Maritaro, I believe that's pronounced. Basically, Italian DM, experience. It's literally why he's brought in, to sit in the midfield, kick people. Good experience around the leagues. Playing for the likes of Trapani, Vicenza, Modena. Getting there, he's played for Salernitana. He's played at a lot of clubs. Played Serie A, Serie B. So I don't think we can really complain that he's too bad. So the system is a 3-5-2. Going to play with obviously a normal goalkeeper, all-playing defender, limited defender, and then a centre-back. The limited defender's going to cover. We're going to have wide midfielders that previously was wingers. I've decided to change it, but McLean and Thompson will play in this one that we're going to be playing. All in a midfielder in the case of Osborne. McCabe gets a chance to support. Milne behind the front too, which is going to be Wes Fletcher and Harry Caldwell. We've rested a few players that have played previously. The likes of McDermott's had a chance, Craig Moore's had a chance. We're just giving other guys an opportunity. Hopefully they take it. Hopefully get a good result. But before we dive into the game against Alloa, what happened against Forfar? Well, Playing my back three is very interesting. That's one thing I'll say. I think we definitely were getting used to the system, used to a lot of new players. You look at that team here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 debutants out of the 14 players that were used there. So we played okay. Caught at the end with the back three. Ross Caldwell with a goal for Forfar. Thankfully sorted out in penalties. Albion Rovers away, same again, still getting used to it. The goals right at the end from Ben Gordon and Joe Thompson, putting us into the second round where we've drawn against Kilmarnock. They're going to be in our division. So we'll kick on. Rangers defeating Airdrie and then early kick off. Airdrie come up for the playoffs. Danny Redmond. I feel like it's another game of FM where they have not signed players they should be signing. They're signing players for this level when in real life they'll be signing players high above this level. But we'll see what happens. I'm going to attack. I don't actually know what level we're at, but it gives us a good indication, if we're going to be fighting relegation or going for, who knows, promotion or just mid-table. I think we were fourth favourites or fifth favourites to go up. Rangers were 46 on, but we were something like 40 to 1. So we'll see. Sandy Clark is gone, and we have replaced him with Paul Williams, but the rest of the coaching staff, bar Stephen Dobie, remains the same. So everything is hopefully optimistic for a good second season. As I say, it's going to take a lot of these guys a bit of time to get used to playing together. But the thing we have to remember as well, a lot of these guys are the lower end of the championship or mid-table championship we signed them from, so I wouldn't expect too many miracles early doors. But problem with the free as well is it's like it gets open up, like if teams run at them, it's a very open defensive system. So we just need to see what happens, and thankfully a ball in there from Donald Love, the former Man United youngster. No good there, and hopefully we can deal with this. Yep, Love gives away the foul, and we survived. Now a lot of people think it's a big squad I've inherited, or not inherited, but I've put together. And we've got our goal. Before I explain that, it's Harry Cardwell again, doing the job in the championship. Good finish there. There's a bit of a mess there, everybody all over the place. But the ball in from Joe Thompson, and Voto climbed. Higgins was close to it, but it just fell for Cardwell to put it in. But as I say, it's a big squad. I want to rotate a lot. I want to try different systems and stuff for different occasions. So the 3 might become a 5. The back might take on the likes of Rangers, maybe a 4-5-1. It's just giving ourselves opportunities, competition for places, and most importantly, most of these players, apart from the loanees, we've got, all offer us they're ours, so we can sell them on, hopefully make a bit of money on them as well. That injury means it's going to be an opportunity. We don't have another number 10 on the bench. In fact, the best we can do is Stephen Dobie. He's never really been known as an attacking playmaker, but he's experienced. He might be able to do a job at this level. Never really done it in the SPL. To be honest, he was one of those guys who had a great spell at this level years and years ago, but he's moved down south and after then just hit the ground running, had an absolutely pretty good career for a Scottish player, that has to be said. Joe Cardle, former player there with a chance for Alloa, so they've picked up one of our scraps from last season in Joe Cardle, but hopefully a positive performance can continue on in this first half. I see into the second half. Just a bit disappointed about having a lot more of the possession. I feel like, despite the fact we're a promoted side, we should be beating these kind of teams should we want to survive. Here's Fletcher to Stephen Dobie. Loses it, but wins it back. Osborne, he's got options. Cardwell, Dobie for Wes Fletcher. And just like he did for Motherwell in real life, he scores on the opening day. He scores on his first league appearance for the club. But good ball there from Stephen Dobie. He puts it on a plate for Wes Fletcher to make it 2-0 to Dunfermline. Great start. Maybe, just maybe, we could do something in the championship this year. So at half time, we'll get complacent. Everybody's motivated, they're focused. That's good, because what's the point in changing too much? It's a winning formula at the moment. But it's good to see the 3-4-1-2 is actually having a little bit of success at the moment. Especially, I think it might have just been a case of changing the roles for the wide men, which has definitely helped us so far. I think Thompson will probably come off about 60 minutes. We may look to replace him with Chapman. We'll see who's available. So it might change his too early in case of an injury. That's always the worst one. You make your free subs, and then FM decides, we're just going to get one of your players injured again. So here's Dougie Hill, plays it for Larn. It's a good ball. Lanny Oh, and it's just wide there. I'd like to thank Mark McCallum, who's been given the nod today ahead of Ripley. I thought he'd done well in the cup game. Give him an opportunity here. But both keepers have been pretty solid so far, it has to be said. Joe Thompson will come off and he'll be replaced by Luke Maxwell, who gets an opportunity. I'll just say there's a lot more to come for you. I feel like if you want a good career, which I think he'll have a good career down the Football League, then we need a good performance from him here. Here's McCabe. Cardwell, Dobie. Is Osborne going to take a strike? Not plays it to Stephen Dobie. Here's Mvoto. Dobie again. Maxwell for Ross McLean for Wes Fletcher. And it's a good block there from the defender Hill, who sees it out for another corner. So this is promising. This is really promising that we can go and take on these sides. And the other good thing about being up in the division as well, obviously last year we were at 800 odd K debt. We got the debt down to 500k at the moment, but we'll get a lot bigger attendances. Already sold 700 season tickets more than last year. So I'm hoping, financially we can start looking forward. We've had bids for players, bids for McCabe, but none of it matched his release clause. So we should be fine, and hopefully, defence. Well done to cover there, but that's horrible. They should never be in that position. But we should be in a position where we can sell a player every year, make ends meet, and then hopefully be able to splash some cash once we get to the Premier League. So we're going to take off Wes Fletcher. It's going to be El Bakhtoui that gets the opportunity for the last 14 minutes. He's went from our first choice striker last year, now sitting at probably our fourth choice striker in the Championship. It's just one of those things, because of the reputation that we have at Dunfermline. Very easy to get some decent level players in. It's just if you can get them at a decent wage and a very cheap signing on fee. Overall, pretty pleasing. Let's hope we can just see this game out. Here's going to be Joe Cardle with an opportunity for the home side. So Jack Hill loses it. Dobie, I think he's been outstanding today, to be honest, since he's come on. Higgins is also left-footed, so that's why he's the left side of the three centre-backs. Although that kick would make you think otherwise. And a late consolation, Michael Ngoo with the goal. Too easy. Cardle gets the chance to play it in. Two defenders go near. One defender, I don't even know what Gordon's doing there. And McCallum decides to run by the ball for some unbeknown reason. Hopefully no stupid things in the last couple of minutes. If we lose this, or not lose this, but if we don't win, I'll be quite unhappy. Lose our lead. Questions have got to be asked. Tackle from Gordon, here's Layden. Good interception from McCabe, El Bakhtoui, Cardwell's away, there's options, it must be to kill the game off. It's a penalty. Dougie Hill takes out Cardwell, and it is a penalty for Dunfermline, and it's going to be Stephen Dobie. As Dougie Hill has been sent off, he'll walk down the tunnel. Dobie will walk towards the penalty spot. He steps up. And he scores! Stephen Dobie, 3-1 to Dunfermline. A good 3 points here. A little bit of scare there at the end, but overall, just thankful that Dobie stepped up, nice and composed. And the keeper close to it, but unfortunately for him, right in the corner. And that's going to take 3 points back to Dunfermline. And hopefully we can see this out. Jason Marwell, late chance, good save from McCallum. Just going to wait in the referee blowing the full-time whistle. And it is all over. So a good victory, although we did beat them last year in the cup. These will be the sides down the bottom, so we need to beat these sides and then look to beating the sides like Inverness, Kilmarnock, if we want to know that we can be in this top half of the table. But a good start nonetheless. Let's see if we can beat the likes of Alloa, Livingston, Airdrie, beat these kind of sides, make sure we're 8th, and then, before that, look at the likes of Falkirk, look at the likes of Wraith, and then the next one's all your SPL sides. But overall, pleasing victory. And say we get into the game against Falkirk with a bit of confidence. Just disappointing we lose Lewis Milne for 78 weeks, but happy with that. And hopefully, we can build up some form. Tough games though, Falkirk's going to be difficult, Inverness away will be difficult, then Rangers at home. It's that little run in September, you can just hope we can try and pull some points. But as I say, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Thank you for watching. The next episode, I'm not sure whereabouts in the season will be. I'll play on for a little bit, try and finish the transfer window, and hopefully get some signings in. Overall, I'm looking forward to it. It's been great fun sitting all last night, building a team together. And let's just hope this team can definitely take its places. But thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the episode. did leave the old thumbs up. If you've got any comments, please leave them in the comments section. It's always deeply appreciated any feedback from the series. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye bye.